pjnet.tv. It is 9 p.m. East Coast time in the United States, and it's time for PJNet Live. Our bumper is running, and we are recording and streaming to Facebook, to Twitter, and to YouTube, and our chat room is gathering. Our guest is waiting. We will begin a countdown to brand new, first time ever, Studio 36. Well, good evening and welcome to the brand new Studio 36 Alpha here at pjnet.tv. And behind me you will see a water flow feature that we have been working on, myself and Sunbelt Girl, Miss Barbara, helping out. So we are christening this studio, and can't think of anybody better to discuss the topic of waterfalls than Stephanie Pavlantos. And Stephanie, I meant to ask you this last time we were visiting, but it skipped my mind. But it's kind of good that it worked out that way, because we have water flowing. And you apparently, based on reading your post on social media, you have apparently taken it upon yourself to visit every water flow in the state of Ohio. What?
I am trying.
What brought that on?
I really enjoy hiking, and then I really enjoy kayaking. And so I realized that, not that I would kayak off a water,
that could
fall,
be problematic, yeah.
That could be a little dangerous. But one time we were out, and I actually came across a waterfall, and I was like trying to take pictures of it, and it wasn't a huge one. It was just a little bit of a drip. But anyway, so I started thinking, like, maybe I could find more around here locally. And I started just looking on my app for places with waterfalls. And so, and realized like Brandywine Falls. Yeah, I have a hiking app, and it actually has come into been very helpful, because it also has kept me from getting lost. And so it keeps track of where I've been. So it keeps track of, the app keeps track of where I am, where I've been, where I started. And so if I go on a loop or something in a park and I turn the wrong way, it's showing me going away from the loop. And so it's very helpful. But I can also find nice places to hike with that. And so then I started putting in waterfalls, places with waterfalls, and it started bringing things up. And so we have a huge one. The biggest one in Ohio is called Brandywine Falls, and it's literally 20 minutes away. And I'm like, I got to go see this. And then I just started looking for them. And then last summer, a friend said, there's one up where we live in Chagrin Falls. That's why all these places, like in Ohio, they're called Cuyahoga Falls, Olmsted Falls, you name it. They all have falls after their name. And there's a reason for that. And so I am out to look for those. And so then when I went down to see my sister Cindy and actually house sit for her, there were 3 or 4 in her area, and I got to see 3 of them. So I'm trying.
So, Stephanie, how far are you willing to travel just to see a waterfall? Well, wait a minute. There's travel in 2 senses. In your car and then on foot.
Right. Yes. So I have, there's some that you have to walk quite a little bit of a distance to get to, and there's others that they've made really simple, and they actually, because people do visit them, they actually make a trail, and even like wooden, what do I want to say, steps and everything that go down to them, and like almost like a deck that goes out to it, and that you can even overlook them. So they've made them pretty easy to get to. Okay. There's actually quite a few that are privately owned, meaning on private property.
Right.
And so sometimes on Facebook, there's actually a place called, or a Facebook page called Ohio Waterfalls. and you can find them.
There's a
I'm a
support
little
group.
obsessed.
There's a support group for everything, anything and everything.
There is.
Um,
There is.
are you limited to just Ohio, or would you consider going to Canada?
Oh,
Bogota,
yes,
Colombia
we
is what's off
saw
limits?
one we saw one in Canada.
There's a pretty
Took lots of
famous one right there in
pictures.
Canada. I think it's called Niagara.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one too. But the one out farther west in Canada, there's a beautiful one out there in the mountains, and we saw that one on a trip. And then last summer, we went down to see Diane Cuneo,
Uh-huh.
and from there, we actually went down to Blue Ridge Mountains and hiked there to see more. And I
Well, not up. Well, no, you're okay. Let me.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. Hold
Oh,
on a minute. Let me pull a fast reset
okay.
here and see if we can't reestablish the gig because something. Well, yeah, and my camera has locked up. Now I see that my microphone is working. Okay, that's the good news.
Yes.
So I'll work on that. While I'm working on that, uh, oh, and you know something? I see. Okay, we're back. There's a lot going on around here. In
Okay.
spite of the fact that you
I'm not
can't see
that.
me
I mean,
moving, yeah, but we're good. Um,
okay.
checking time. Oh, we got plenty of time. I really am glad that you got to be our guest tonight. Behind me, you see a
Mm-hmm.
water feature. Now, I don't want to get too technical because I could spend the rest of the night, but water is very difficult to animate, and I certainly have
Mm.
some criticisms of what we have, but I wanted, even because there are some spiritual and scriptural implications involved. And
Mm-hmm.
water,
Right.
it talks about the cedars of Lebanon growing by the whatever, you know.
Mm.
But water has such a special meaning to me, and apparently it does to you too. But tell us what you have
Mm-hmm.
discovered about water in biblical terms.
Well, I didn't tell you this, but the in the alphabet, in the Hebrew alphabet, the letter mem is actually means comes down from heaven and gives life. So the reason and is used in the word Elohim. So wherever you hear that sound, the M sound, but sorry, um, so often as of life, and anyone talks to himself as that man. 7